This is what I called the one-up WeiLong. It was my first ever version of what I believe to be the perfect WeiLong V10. And would you like to know what it is? It is a WeiLong V10 with matte coating, an extra strong ball core, and modified springs. Sounds a bit familiar, doesn't it? Yeah, pretty much, it's almost identical to the ferro core. The piece magnets are just a bit stronger and the springs are slightly less springy. But I still don't even think this is the perfect version of the WeiLong V10. So I modified it even more, switching to UV coating, modifying the pieces, and making the magnet strength even stronger. Now this is the perfect version of the WeiLong V10, and it's what I'm calling the WeiLong V10 Super. So I'm actually excited to say that I am launching this on Etsy for sale, so you can buy this modded WeiLong V10 if you want to, and I think it's the perfect controllable cube. So, well, what did I do to it exactly? So, first of all, on the one-up WeiLong, which was my original perfect WeiLong V10, I just kind of had some catching issues. Like, nothing too extreme, but like, I was catching for literally no reason. Except there was a reason, and that was the skirts. If you look at the centerpiece, there's this part that sticks out. This is called a skirt. Now, this technology isn't really new. This is a 10-year-old WeiLong, and if you'll see, it has a skirt. And some companies like GAN actually just last year discovered how good the skirt was, but I'm actually going in the other direction. I completely removed it from the Super WeiLong V10. It's just not there. And this has definitely reduced the catching problems a lot. The corner cutting is just so much better, and I can turn pretty smoothly on it without getting any catches. Now, let's take a look at the pieces. This is my new perfect WeiLong, and this is the old one. If you'll look, there's a line right here that splits apart this part of the corner and this part of the edge. And right here, it's just completely touching. Unlike on parts like right here, it's not touching at all. So what I did is I actually removed this part where it's touching. I sanded it down, so now it's not touching right there, and the only part where the corner and edge touch is right here in this white part. Here's the side-by-side. This one is the new, this one is the old. Now, I don't know if this actually helped with the catching issues, but it definitely did increase the smoothness and the speed. But this is definitely the least noticeable mod I did. And then one final piece modification I did is if you look at the centers, this one is much more circular and rounded than this one. This one is more of a square. Now, that just helps with reverse corner cutting. Now, if you know anything about cubes, you should know all this does is makes it faster, but it also decreases the amount of physical stability it has, meaning it's going to pop much more often, which just wouldn't be good for solving. But do you know something that does increase stability? Magnets. So if you didn't know, with magnets, something you can do is add magnets on top of magnets, and now the magnet strength is much stronger. I didn't do that to the pieces at all, but I did do that to the core. See, this is called a 20 magnet ball core. That means there are pieces or magnets right here in the corner, and also magnets right here in the edge. And what this does is it attracts to the corner. So right here, I need the camera to focus. So right here, there's a magnet which attracts to the corners, like that. And in the middle, there are some that repel the magnets, so it doesn't want to be aligned. Same with the edges. These attract right here and want to repel right here. So what I did is I did that weird thing where I put magnets on top of magnets, but instead of in the piece, I did it to the ball core. So that means it wants to attract much more, and it also wants to repel much more. So, when you do this, you not only get a snap from the magnets, but you also slowly feel the magnets getting stronger and stronger until it's aligned. And these aren't just some small magnets, these are huge 4x2 magnets. And if you know anything about magnets, the bigger the stronger. Here's a comparison of what's usually in the ball core and corners, and here's what I use. Another spot I added magnets is actually a place I don't think anyone has ever added magnets, and it's the stalk of the corner. If you don't know what that means, this is the foot of the corner. It's this big part that sticks out. This is like the corner itself, and in between is the stalk. This is what makes it stick out very far into the center of the cube. So I added magnets right here in this hollow space. So this doesn't actually attract to anywhere on the edges or the corners, but it attracts to the magnets in the foot. So this enhances the strength of this magnet right here. Now, unfortunately, it's not these big 4x2 magnets. I couldn't get them to fit, but it is some 3x2 magnets, so it's still pretty strong. And this is very noticeable. Like, this is much stronger than the 1-up WeiLong, which already had enhanced magnet strengths. So, I guess that's good. So as I said, with all of these magnets now added, it pretty much gives back 100% of the stability. Now, popping still might be an issue for some, but you can always tighten it. This is on the loosest setting right now. And also, this is UV coated, so it's super shiny. I am working on a matte version of this in case you don't like UV coating. You could get that version. It might be a bit cheaper or more expensive, I don't quite know at the moment. Also, we're already working with the best cube of 2024, which may seem old. 2024 was now 2 years ago, but this cube is pretty much brand new. Like, it doesn't feel similar to the original WeiLong V10, like, pretty much at all. It's a completely different cube. I guess there's some similarities, but it's very different from the stock WeiLong V10. Not to mention, I also added my favorite setup into the cube, which is FZ Stealth, DNM37, and FC Glide. So it should be slightly more quiet and also a lot faster. Now, the part you guys have probably been waiting on. What does the box look like, and what's the unboxing experience like? So it is the standard WeiLong V10 ball core UV. It's the standard box, but I have this custom thing on it. Right now, I just have paper taped onto the box. You will actually get a vinyl sticker on here instead of this, so just so you know it's custom. Here's the front of the box. Nothing really on the back besides like where it's made, and I can't read that. And the super sad baby. So here's what the inside of the box is like. I'll get to the cube later. It just comes with accessories. There is a screwdriver somewhere in there. Let me try to get it from the other side. So here's the screwdriver. It works for the old MOU adjustment system. The new one, it has a screwdriver, and this adjusts magnets for cubes that have adjustable magnets for all years. So this could work on a really old cube like the WeiPo WRS, or a newer cube like the Super WeiLong V2. So this pretty much works on every MOU cube in history. And you probably don't care, but I couldn't find my card, but it does come with like an ID card. Like, once the box looks like this, there would be an ID card sitting on top. I don't know what it's for, but it's there. Now, the cube also comes in a protective case. I don't know if this is the case it still comes in. The WeiLong version 11 came in this case that has a white bottom, and it's slightly more durable, so I don't know which case you'll be getting, but it's one of these. Also, I can't verify that your cube will come with this screwdriver, because like the WeiLong V11 and Super WeiLong V2 and Super WeiLong, all the new MOU cubes just haven't had this screwdriver part, so. And then here's the case. It is clear. Mine is used, so it's scratched up, but yours will be slightly shinier like this. And then here's the cube. Just like the case and the box, yours isn't used, so it probably won't have all this dirt inside, but it will have lube, because I'm giving free lube service. So mine is pretty dirty on the inside. Yours definitely won't be, because I will be getting a brand new cube and then modding it. You won't have this exact version I'm holding. So yeah. So whenever you see this video, this will be on Etsy, so you could buy this right now. I'm not sure of the price because I haven't actually put it on Etsy yet. I'm thinking around $50. It sounds like a lot, but that's the price of an unmodded WeiLong V11. So, as I said, you can buy this right now. I'm not sure of the price, but here it is. Yeah, I hope at least someone reviews it, because I might be a bit biased since I made it. So, yeah, that's it. Bye.